Good day, traders. Welcome to the very first video for our Sunday market breakdown here at Vertex Trading Capital. We're going to be having a series of these videos every Sunday where I get to look at the best picks the market has to offer for the new week in terms of trading opportunities. I'm going to do a top down analysis from the monthly down to my executional time frame. So, without any further ado, let's dive into the video. Right in front of me here, I have the DXY on my chart. So, in my opinion, on the monthly time frame, the DXY looks very bullish to me. If you zoom out a little bit, with current price action, it looks very bullish. Obviously, we're coming off this area here, this very nice area of support. We've broken past it. It was a resistance before. We broke past it, came back down. We've retested it with a good accumulation phase. We've broken out of it, and it seems like we're coming down for a retest. Although it looks very aggressive, given that the whole month of November on the dollar looked bearish. So what we had was this break above, came back down to retest. We had this fake out flag or your descending channel. We had a nice breakout of it. We got to this level, 50% of this range. We're coming back down to retest this good area here of demand before we push to the upside potentially. But let's see what the other time frames have to say about this. So moving over to the weekly time frame, obviously the chart is clearer from here now. So you can see we had this descending channel, or what I like to call a fake out flag. We got to this nice area of supply around here. Can also be an area of support because we have this institutional candle here, institutional candle here. It can also be an area of resistance, I beg your pardon. Institutional candle here, another institutional candle here. We got here, we reacted off it with a nice wick, followed by a couple other rejection candles, then bam, a rejection candlestick. We broke out of another fake out flag to the upside or an ascending channel on the lower time frames. We've broken out, we've retested with this blue candle, and we're melting all the way to the downside. However, from what I can see, we are coming right down to this gray zone I have mapped out here. So if I pull out my fib to know exactly where this move will potentially stop, we can see that our minus 27 fib completion, which is a turnaround point for the Fibonacci, or the minus 68, is around these zones. So personally for me, I would love to take this around the minus 68 area. So we still have a long way to go, in my opinion. We still have a long way to go. So let's see. If I also pull out my fib to know exactly where we're going to react off from this high down to this low, we'll most likely get a deeper retracement. Why? Because I can see an institutional candle here. These candles act as price magnets. As soon as price gets to this area, we will get a nice tap. Then we start, pulling all the way to the upside. So I'm still expecting a lot of bearish momentum on the DXY. So on the daily time frame, what I can see is we made leg one, leg two, leg three, leg four. We have this lower high, lower low. We made a lower high, we're testing this area of structure, and now we're pushing to the downside. So obviously, DXY for me is very bearish, all right? So let's not waste too much time on the DXY so I can cut across so many other pairs. So we've reacted off here. I want to see price break below this particular low here. Then we know that yes, we are well and truly bearish. And I can start looking at moves at other dollar pairs. Let's look at NZD card. Very interesting one for me. So on NZD card, what we have is price is currently in an uptrend because we were rallying lower low, lower highs, lower lows. Then we failed to create a new lower low. We started creating higher highs, and we broke structure all the way to the upside. So what we have with this move here on the monthly, we came back down to retest this area of value or this point of interest. So we're retesting after getting to this point of interest. You see how price pushed all the way back up impulsively. We started correcting in a bull flag pattern, and I'm expecting price to go all the way to the upside. Obviously, as you can see here, we've broken out of this particular flag pattern with a nice bullish engulfing. So, in my opinion, NZD card is one of the most bullish pairs right now on the market. Obviously, for better confluences, I have my shoulder one around here. I have head, and price has come back down to give us a shoulder two. Obviously, when price was coming down here, we also have another tiny little inverse head and shoulder here, or you can call it a double bottom as well. So we failed to create new lower lows, breaking past previous highs, and now we're creating higher highs. So in order to get into this particular trade, we'll be looking for price to pull back to different areas of value for us to tap into this trade. Obviously, this particular trade has been active. Price tapped in here, pushed all the way to the upside. So for the 4 hour time frame, right now we already have this particular move running. So in order to catch another move, I would obviously want to see price come and take out these highs. After taking out these highs, come back down to retest. And obviously we have good confluences like our trend line keeping price up. So I want to see price development between Monday and Tuesday with price breaking above, coming back down to retest this zone. Then we push all the way to the upside. So for me, NZD card is a bullish pair. AUD card, very similar, and it's a very very good one. We could have trading opportunities at market open, all depending on the way market wants to move. Similar to NZD card, what we've had here is price break structure to the upside. Correctly, we come back to this point of interest area, rejected once, came back down, rejected twice again, and we're looking to go all the way to the upside. So on the weekly time frame, what do we see? We can see price here. Price has broken out of this bull flag as well, just like your NZE card. If you look at it very, very neatly. So we've had a breakout from here. Also inside, we had this nice accumulation here at this very, very good demand zone, then push all the way to the upside. So in order to find entry, because obviously now the moment you break out of a bull flag, you just keep going up until you get to an area a problem until you get to a problematic area like somewhere like this area here looks very problematic. So we can ride this trade up onto this area before we start looking to close our positions. On the daily time frame, we've caught a couple of moves before. We caught this free test to the downside. Now we're looking to catch this particular move right here, like so. So we'll pull out our fib to know the best area to enter this particular trade. So taking my fib from that high to this low, this particular area of interest is where I'm looking to get into this trade as seen on the daily time frame. If you go on the 4 hour time frame, you can see what price is doing. We had this leg one, leg two, leg three. Price now is correctively coming down in a leg four. So I'm expecting price to come and tap us in here. Then we push all the way to the upside. So that's for um AUD card. Obviously, to get a sniper entry, we have our way of doing things, which I can't disclose here. It's going to be in our Discord when we open up for new members as well. So, but we're looking to take this trade here. Sniper entry bank to the upside. USD card, interesting one. On on the monthly time frame, what do we see on USD card? We are currently sitting in a very problematic area. Yeah, price came here before, rejected, came here before, rejected. Price has been here right now, and The rejection on here is not as strong as the previous two, but we've also rejected, meaning this area is a very, very tough area that price has struggled to break past in previous times. However, what we see is that price from here, even though it's in this range, has been going up. We impulsed, and this is a corrective move to the downside. We corrected down to this particular area, which is a very, very good area of support or demand, and we're looking to go up. All right. So, with that being said, we are here right now. So, and price has corrected and price has broken out of this correction. So, I'm expecting a retest around here. We'll see that clearly on the lower time frames. So, we had this correction, then we broke out of it. We're looking to come back to retest it as well. So price could very well be bullish for USD card. So if I come down to the daily time frame, let me quickly delete this. We have a nice trend line here that price has broken out of. First touch, second touch, third touch. We couldn't bounce off with the fourth touch. So we broke out of this particular trend line. So this tells me that the bulls are a little bit tired and the bears are in place. However, I'll be very, very careful with this particular trade because even though we have good confluences with our DXY, DXY right now is short term bearish and long term bullish. So, with that being said, we know that XXX, that USD XXX pairs will always be, you know, following the same direction of the DXY. So, to catch a trade opportunity, what we have right now is leg one, leg two, leg three. We're expecting a leg four for a correctional wave to push price to the downside. How do we know that this would be our potential area? We take out our Fibonacci tool, pull from the wick of this low to the body of this high, and in between the 78.60 and the 61.80 is exactly where we're looking to catch a trade. So we're looking to catch our trade here. Obviously, using fib completions for a sniper entry, which is for our private members as well. So with that being said, this is that for USD card. NZD looks great, but there is no setup for me on the lower time frame. However, it looks very bullish, just like your NZD card and AUD card. They look very similar. Price has broken, came back to retest this zone, and we are now correcting in a bull flag. Obviously, we have this impulse, then we had this correction, and at this particular zone, look at what price has done throughout the month of November. Boom, bullish engulfing on the monthly time frame. I will take that very, very seriously. So, also, if you notice, we had low, we had this high, we had this low. Price failed to create a new lower low, but we created a new higher high as well. So this will be very, very pivotal for what we want to do on the daily time frame. We are just about still trading inside this particular bull flag. So in order to be safer, I'll wait for price to break out of the flag before I take anything, because obviously if you look left, you can see that we are still trading under this area here, which looks like a lower high. So we might still be in a bearish market formation, even though we've broken past previous um, highs in inside this particular channel. So which is why I'm very tentative on NZUSD. Looking at GJ, let's see what we have for GJ. GJ is bullish in my opinion, at least bullish up onto this gray zone that I've marked. And why is that? Because if you look in the past, this has been a previous area where price has rejected multiply before. Look at the amount of consolidation here, push to the upside. We came here, rejected once, broke past it. Then we came back to retest this zone. We pushed down. So I'm expecting us to come back here, retest it, and push to the downside. It's not really rocket science. If you come on to the weekly time frame, we've broken out of this particular consolidation area. Let me see if we have a fib around here. So we don't have a fib completion here, but price looks very bullish to me, in my opinion. You come back to the daily time frame. Price has been making consecutive higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. So for on the 4 hour time frame to filter out an entry, I've just seen that price has taken out these previous highs to the left. So closing very, very, strong as well. So I'm expecting price to come back down, retap this area of value, and keep going to the upside. So this is where I'm looking to enter for GJ. Obviously, to be more confident in this trade, I would love to see a little bit more bullish momentum to the upside before we come down, then push to the upside. CAD JPY similar. We're coming from we are pushing a very, very pivotal zone in the markets. If you look here, we have shoulder structure here, we have head. I'm expecting another shoulder structure around this place on the monthly time frame. So safe to say we are bullish. Looking at market structure as well, we have leg one, leg two, leg three, leg four, bullish continuation pattern to the upside. If you come to the weekly time frame, we have this trend line keeping price up. Price broke above this particular area, came back down, retested it, gave us a nice week, and we're going to the upside. For extra confluence, I also have what we call a bullish M pattern, which is a bullish continuation pattern, where we have leg one, leg two, leg three, leg four, same highs, same lows, good rejection, push to the upside. So with that being said, look at the amount of rejection around this zone. So we know that we are in for one here. So what price did? Price has rallied back up into this particular zone, and I'm expecting a retest down here to go up. Even though I'm not particularly very interested in this trade right now, it looks a good one, but I'll be wary of this trade because we are currently still in a higher low, in a lower high formation for this particular trade. USD looks good. It's bearish, just like other pairs. I'm expecting it to come up here to the daily and come back down. I obviously have 3 minutes, so I'm not going to go over UJ because I don't really have a setup on there. For Euro GPP, it's a good one because I do have a setup here because price took out this previous lows, came back down and coming back up right now to retest. Obviously, you can see from last week we have a very, very nice bearish engulfing telling us that the bears are in place to do their work. So also from here, we've been in this range. However, we had this impulse, we've had this correction, and we are pushing to the downside. Also, if you see from here, price, 1 second, price has taken out these previous lows, come back up to retest this particular zone here. So I'm expecting price to push down. You can also see that we have some sort of a bear flag here with this and this. So it looks bearish to me, but obviously waiting for more price development as soon as market opens. So scrolling over to the daily time frame, we can see we've had a nice rejection. We've taken out previous lows as well. We're no longer making higher lows, we're not making lower lows. So that tells you we've had a market structure shift. So in order to find a trade here, I'm going to look at taking my entry around this zone here because I'm expecting price to come back up for a nice retest before pushing to the downside. So I'm expecting price to be around here. My stop loss is covering the 100 region of my fib. Have a nice 5% trade for Euro GPP. CAD CHF, I think is bearish. So we have this bearish leg of leg one, leg two, leg three, leg four. I'm expecting price to come here. I do not have an entry for this, so I will not be analyzing this for now. Obviously, with our subsequent videos, I'll try to make the videos more shorter and with the ones that I have an entry for. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in our next videos. Bye.